but shine. Pushing on your body while you're pushing on me. Do 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 do. I can do this all week. Dancing at the party, go to bed, we both sleep. Touching on your body while you're pushing on me. I can do this all week. Go to bed, we both sleep. Sapphire. You call it and fracture the lines. Can't help but shine. Clutching on your body while you're pushing on me. I can do this all week. Dancing at the party, go to bed, we both sleep. Sapphire. Jumba, 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 what you talking about? Can't help but shine. You can't help but shine. Clutching on it while you're pushing on me. I can do this all week. Go to bed, we both sleep. Jumba, 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 what you talking about? Touching on your body while you're pushing on me. I can do this all week. Go to bed, we both sleep. Fuck these crows. You can't help but shine. I'm the crow killer. Crow killer. Ain't nobody ever try to come for me. You might end up. You might just meet Godzilla. I'm a big monkey. Climbing up a tree. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I'm here. This will be the first time that I do push-ups since the accident. What? Fuck you, ground. Fuck you, ground. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, immediately. Oh, God. I am seriously injured. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Is that you, crows? Oh, my God, no. None of that was good. Oh, my God. That really hurt. My whole arm said no. Like the pain was all throughout my arm. Why can't I be an actor in a movie? Couldn't you see me up against Dexter Morgan's son? Harrison Morgan flees New York, goes to Vermont, where he meets me in the woods, because he's not like the country folk. And he finds me in the woods. He runs, he gets in a fight, and the country folk are chasing him. The kid's his age. He doesn't know what to do, and he runs, and he finds me there. And I'm sat there. Oh, what's up, bro? What's up, man? Yeah, I fucking hate them. I hate them. They don't understand. And they might never. But I could tell before you even got here. You've got some strong giveaways. Well, it's in your focus. And you're not pretend. Most people wear armor and they walk around in armor all day. You have no armor. But you have something that I call experience. that pain that you went through has pushed you into glowing. And then a crow caws, and I take a bow and kill it immediately. You hungry? And he's like, no. And I'm like, it's a joke. I don't fucking eat him. How many people have you killed? And he's like, what? I was like, am I too on the nose? You killed someone. Or you kill animals. I know things. Why? Because I'm a homeless man. I think it'd be really cool if I fit Dexter's MO, and then he goes to kill me, and he, in his way, the way he like stalks his prey and learns about them, he gets to realize how horrible the town people are to me, and he sees the abuse and how hard my life is. He thinks that I'm a serial killer and a horrible piece of shit, and he's trying to save his son from a bad influence. And then he sees what it's really like to be on the other end of the police, because he worked for Miami Metro for 30 years. He worked for law enforcement, so he has this twisted sense of justice about criminals, but he's never lived in that life. So when he sees somebody that snapped because of what they did to him, that isn't like a typical run-of-the-mill cookie cutter serial killer, it's someone with the code like him, but the code is a lot more chill. It's not that serious. It's like, I'm just as smart as Dexter, I'm just as cold and calculated, but it's not because I'm a sick freak monster like he thinks he is because of his circumstances. It's someone that went through such an extreme that he snapped and used what would have been a gifted mind. He chose to leave society and put his genius towards understanding the beauty of the connection to the earth, and instead of building these elaborate systems and structures for money and power and wealth and all this stuff that the previous philanthropist Peter Dinklage was in Resurrection, instead he delved into creativity, and he fills his urge by trying to channel it into something beautiful, but the people target him. And Harrison found this got me on my journey when he was outrunning people that wanted to hurt him badly. So Dexter, trying to save his son, it's a typical father bad influence story, and he comes to care for me because I didn't have a father, but I'm not as sick, and I actually have a lot to teach him about letting go. And then you see the monster come out in Dexter in a way he'd never done before, because he's finally released his inhibitions in a way separate than he'd ever done before. But they would never do it. Instead, they went for the New York City story. like, where else can you go with that? At the end of Resurrection, spoilers, Dexter leaves and goes off on the yacht somewhere to go hunt down serial killers across the globe or something. While Harrison goes to school. Which is boring. I could have wrote better. I could have done it better. Clutching on your body while you're pushing on me. I can do this all week. In the very bold sleep. Clutching on your body while you're pushing on me. In the very bold sleep. I can do this all week. In the very low sleep, I can do this all week. You know anybody while you pushing on me? I can do this all week. What's up, 1666? I thought that was a crow. I got mad. I got real mad. I thought it was a retaliation from the Corvus. Ah. I tried to do a push-up and my arm gave out. This injury is serious. I don't know how long. It's been a couple months. I just did it, went like this a little bit and now it's all pulled again. It fucking hurts. Goddamn crow got what was coming, you know. The reverberation in that space is like an echo chamber, so when I was there, it scared them all. 1666. What's your life like, man? What the fuck's going on the other side of the screen? Who are you? I haven't blocked you, so it means you must not have said something. You didn't tell me to get a job or get over it. You must be pretty freaking chill, man. Look at these goddamn spiders. I probably asked where you lived before. Prolific artist taking a break while your art dries. That's cool. What's prolific art? What is prolific art? Celebrating life? Trying to be chill, no chance in ruffling feathers here. Yeah. I don't know, a lot of people have some unhealthy attachments to the character I play ranting at a screen. The whole purpose of this channel really was a digital legacy to see my growth, and it was mainly just to get people that really were trying to kill me to get off my dick. Like, police are still telling me they watch my channel all the time, so I'm hoping it's there, like there's some reason they watch. So, and I just decided to keep going because it was getting interesting. In the bed we both sleep. I can do this all week. Oh. Prolific as an I create. That's dope. Would you ever... I really want a painting, but I'm not a good enough artist to do it. But I was thinking if I had a painting, a mural of sorts, in like a studio or an office, I would want it sort of like a mountain scene like this. This is what Vermont looks like in the fall. Let's see. I can't really turn down the... I can do reach. I can't put any filters. Lighting? No. There's nothing I can do to show off the colors, but Vermont is beautiful. I really wanted to capture the color of those clouds with the trees. If I ever were to go indoors, all of my wall, like the whole scene would be painted like this. So it'd be like I'm a god sitting, floating above the mountains when I go. But that's cool, man. Have you thought about, I mean, I suddenly saw a vision of you doing time-lapse paintings on reels. That would be cool. And then pretty much anyone that builds up a following, once you have like a decent amount, just throwing the... Where do you live, fam? Yeah, like those TikTok, Instagram reels of the people that paint and time-lapse their art. They just throw some way to pay them, like buy me a coffee or whatever, in their Etsy store, and they make bank. They make really good money. Southern states, yeah. Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia. It's a whole different world down there. Especially the ones like New Mexico and Arizona. Texas. Texas is like a whole different country. I want to go someday. Is that a galaxy? Enough of those and I might get back to my own universe. I'm a rebel. But folks become the devil when the moon is full. What is life like down in the southern states, fam? Is everyone crazy? Has everyone gone nuts? Sandusky, Ohio. Sandusky. Ohio's just a bunch of cornfields, burning trash, and fat white kids. Until 2019, after Kai Cenat and Twitch took over, everything's different. Now everywhere but small places like this are pretty much like a subgenre of the hood without the years and generations of suffering and wisdom inside. So it's a bunch of snobby, angsty brats that get extremely violent, but also have very strong work ethics. Like, the internet is psyoped. I love going on the internet and seeing so many people that have been brainwashed by a specific niche of the internet. They can't distinguish what they've learned on the internet from real life. It's really funny. We had a guy yesterday in the center of this small town. It was a couple high school kids in their car, and some guy in a big truck got around in front of them and then stopped and then reversed them, floored it in reverse, pushing them all the way through town, and then he took off. And I'm like, I know the high school kids here tried to run me off the road a few times. I'm sure they deserved it. Places like this, which it's like predominantly country white kids, they're lost. They're all like delusional, prideful maniacs. Like, they're violent, hateful people. I just can't see why. Like, it just doesn't seem fun to me at all. And the whole thing, like, putting your efforts into that lifestyle never goes well for you at all. It's not fun when you do it. Like, there's really nothing. But they're all like that here. And the further into the country you get, the worse it is. Southern states, do the trees change in the southern states? Do the trees change in the southern states? I can't imagine not having winter. Not having deep winters. Vermont really does have everything. We've got small mountains, small hills, small rivers compared to the rest of the world. But we've got, like, what people in America usually will drive a very long ways to go see something. We have those, but miniature versions naturally. So it's like, in this small state, you can get like a very simplified, nice version of something people usually have to make like 4-day trips to go see. Like, when I see videos of like Wyoming and like the mountains of Arizona and New Mexico, like living up there in Little Alaska and Montana and all that, it seems like God made New England perfect. Okay. I don't know, man. New England just seems perfect. in a simplified way. And then everywhere else seems like specific over dramatizations of what's here. Like like to me it looks like I don't know. Like the way I make songs, probably the way you make paintings too. When you work on that so much, you find that the simplest way is usually the best. Like perfection and simplicity, as above so below type shit. Like even in Europe, when you go into Europe, everything seems really over dramatized. I think New England, it's just amazing, man. I'd have to travel more, but just the amount of people that live, even just in New York, like when you go over to Lake Placid and Lake George, there's just too many people. I like that this place is a ghost town. Vermont's like a ghost state. There's probably like I think there's less than 1 million people here altogether. Most of it is state parks. I miss the fair. The culture here seems to be around death. Like the more of death you can embody, like instead of trying to, like I went into the gas station today, a woman that lives, and the manager who's a woman, and she lives an hour and a half in New Hampshire, and she works here as the manager at the gas station. She's super nice, super friendly. She's making jokes. The guy there is homeless, but he was from a rich family, and he likes to talk to all the girls. Sitting with him, I watched him go from like a scared little incel, and then he started doing tons of energy vampire dominating shit to me. Like I would be sitting there and they were just playing that social game, farming for energy, and then he got himself big and bad, and now he's trying to play this character, and he's gotten a lot more reception with the ladies since doing it. I noticed it was my energy they were attracted to. So when I go in, I think he knows what he did, and that's the culture, is stealing and using it, and that's your external validation. That's how you get your ego. So when I come in, even though I've given him free shit, I'm nice to him, he knows I'm cool, we have a back and forth with everybody, he like, as soon as he sees me, he gets in this low whatever, trying like vicious dominance mode, because he's trying to preserve that ego based around his perception of stealing from me, dominating me in the past. And that's the country folk here. That's what they do. So when I think that people are on edge here, I think that they're all completely deluded into this ego game and self-preservation, and then they sort of build up that, and they fight everyone the way these crows are doing. So for people to be on edge like that, I don't even in cities, I don't really think that they're afraid of mass shootings or nukes, or they're stressed out about work and all this stuff. I think it's mostly ego. Because as soon as you just let go of your ego You just like get in the sun and learn to let go and enjoy it. It all just like it doesn't float away. Your energy starts to rise and you can just enjoy it. I don't have enough conversations with people, but from what I've heard from self-help people, that their job is to work with people all day. Like their whole business is revolved around selling people a dream, and then once you've caught them with the dream, then you actually help them and focus and work with their problems and meet them where they're at and take them and teach them skills and tools. Those self-help people that I've been following for like 13 years now, they say that one of the biggest things they have to hammer into people is that they will die. Most people don't, according to them, don't think about death at all. Like the concept of their death seems extremely far away. Even though we're getting blasted with alien ships and nukes and Putin and all this, everybody still is programmed enough from content that death isn't just around the corner. I also see it it's usually just what other people have. Yeah. I'm not afraid to die, but I'm always afraid of being possessed. Like, my fear is rooted in that there's something going on that I don't know about, and it's spiritually affecting me. And if I don't stay conscious, I will fall victim to the influence of something else. And then I'll look back weeks later, and I'll look back at my content, and I'll be like, who the fuck was that? That's somebody else's personality I can see who that person is. I had accidentally subverted or outsourced my own consciousness and had it replaced by somebody else's personality. That's all my fear, is that there's stuff going on that I can't see, and I'm always trying to figure it out. But I'm not afraid to die. Like, I think maybe you saw it, but a bear showed up last night, and there was a skinwalker-like creature the night before, and I saw an alien. Just like I looked over and there was a legit alien just right there. It was completely made of light. Actually, it was nothing. It was like just a haze, like active camouflage in Halo. But then when I looked at it and I accidentally connected to it, then I saw this bright silhouette of light immediately hit. And then in that same video, on the other window, you can see clearly there's something there, just standing right there. And then I've gone back and showed people that there's nothing that could have been where that thing was. And like, I've had people come at me with hatchets and bats, and my father's tried to kill me a few times, like brutally tried, and I fought him off and won. Yeah, nanodust and parasites and parasitic nanodust. I've noticed a lot of my thoughts are trying to coerce me to get food. Like, as soon as I'm in the cabin and I lay there, I get this insatiable hunger, and the only thing I can think about is go get food. Like, as soon as I get to the cabin and lay down, within seconds, I get this overwhelming feeling of the woods connecting to me. And then the woods is just commanding me like an ancient god, get more, build more energy, feed me. And then when I go into public, I noticed that everybody does seem to be connected to a 5G AI monster. that prevents us from thinking, and it gets activated when we achieve a certain level of thought. And that makes the crows mad, and it makes strangers get tripped, like literal Truman Show, like Antichrist possessed enemies that will just show up in my life. That literally happens. It happened today in the last live stream, where I raised my vibration and I connected to the sun, and then immediately 3 different people showed up and 16 crows screamed at me. And then I looked over and there was a guy just walking with his girlfriend, but his eyes were like this, trained on me, and he kept looking at me. And then when he saw me look back at him, then he puffed himself up like and it just seemed so fake. Like it was so cartoony, it couldn't be real. Like there's no way, these things that happen, there's no way people are like that. It has to be some type of dream where that's just obvious in your face that's not happening. The only other thing I can think of is that it literally is like an AI managing people, and they haven't gotten to this level of groundedness and connection to the earth. So I can't imagine what it's like in cities. It seems vastly different. Like I can see light emanating off of these characters, and they do have a whole culture, like they're building it and through relationships, but I'm like, they're never around trees. There's no trees in the cities. So where is this light coming from? You know, the cities, if you look at a top-down view of cities, most of them are designed exactly the same way that microchips are, which transmit data, so that we're sort of like the electrical nodes moving through the city, and it's designed to use relationships and micromanage people to exchange information and energy, build up emotions, heartbreak, sex, watching movies, getting fed these current events like Charlie Kirk to boost their emotional state, and then direct it and then channel it around the cities and then harvest it all as batteries for the Matrix. So I guess they probably reward people like false idols. That's why they try to get into position and with like followers and Instagram likes, and put them in a position where people in the cities all have like this hive mind relationship, and those rituals send them all the energy. Here it's just like, if I try to focus, the crows will literally try to fight me to the death. And then I look over and somehow a force field activates. It's probably God or my spirit guides, and the crows just go, ah, and they fly away. But I can still feel them always tugging at me, and occasionally it'll feel like something gets ripped out of my chest, and I can think and be myself for a few seconds, and then something else swoops in and I feel this huge pain in my back, like they just changed off MK Ultra handlers. So yeah, I mean here, that's probably why they're so violent here, because there's not a lot of social conditioning, so the relationships matter a lot more. But yeah, pretty much every person that's from the country in Vermont, any conversation you have with them, they just kind of get taken over and they start trying to dominate you, and they'll go crazy. They go insane, and they get violent. And I'm usually just standing there. I've noticed a lot of gossip is huge in small towns. Like they really, like the kids here are putting a lot of effort into changing the narrative. Like kids in this school, a friend of mine that goes to school here that I volunteered with says that every day they're talking about me here, and they're just like really trying to build up a bad identity about me and get everybody in on it. And that's what I experienced last year with the adults. The adults would go around talking shit and making things up, stirring the pot until I was bad enough that they could like angry mob me. And that happened in like 10 to 15 different places around New England that were like small towns. They will like lie and build up a bad image about you, trying to like literally attack you spiritually. Almost like when you go in, now that everybody's got all this information about you and this changed energy, through the relationships, when I go into town, it's almost like I can feel them literally trying to force the change. Like, they can't stand that I play guitar at the gas station. And I think to them it's because they see me freely creative and unaffected by that. So they're trying to get more and more and more. Like, I just don't get it. Why do suburban people talk so much shit all the time? Later. To get to know me, I'm a